For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, hello again, and we've got a fun show for you today. We've got Susan Tisdel from the Port Huron Town Hall. Back again by popular demand.
Let's hope so.
It's the season time for 2024, 25? No, just 24 this year.
24.
24.
We're into a calendar year now.
Oh, that's a
for
good
our
idea.
season.
That's a good idea.
Simple for all of our minds.
Port Huron Town Hall, for the person that doesn't know a thing about it, give me a 2-minute, half a minute.
Well, if I say lecture series, that sounds boring, but
Right.
it is a speaker series, and it is nationally known speakers that we bring to town.
Henry Kissinger.
Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush, yeah, you've had some real biggies.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
We run the gamut from entertainment to educational to, just fun. And we really work hard to pick a variety of speakers within our season. It's about enriching the community. It's about offering people an opportunity they wouldn't have anywhere else. It's about keeping it affordable. It's about using our wonderful auditorium in Port Huron that seats almost 1,200 people.
Wow.
And
it's sort of a hidden gem. People don't
really
realize it's that big.
It is incredible. I was just telling somebody the other day when searching for a venue, in the Detroit area, there isn't anything like it.
No.
And we've been so lucky to have it. And Town Hall celebrates their 70th year this year.
70th year.
Yes. Not only 70 seasons, but 70 years. We're not like a TV show or a season, right? So 70 years of Port Huron Town Hall.
And as I said, you've had some real major names. And let's go through your names this year. The first one is?
The first one, and I'm always surprised when people don't recognize his name. His name is Ken Jennings.
Yep.
But they certainly recognize his face.
Put up his face there, Ken. There you go. Everybody will know that face.
If you want, well, certainly of my age group, who's watches Jeopardy every night, and trivia lovers, which trivia is huge these days. And he was a young man who loved facts and trivia and lived abroad, and so he used television to work on his language skills. And he was, I think from what he says, a bit of an introvert. And
he looks like he'd be a shy guy.
Those people make the best adults, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're very excited to have Ken Jennings coming to town. And he is now the host of Jeopardy. He was a contestant. He was their longest running greatest of all time.
Raised a couple $1 million, I think.
I think it was $2.5 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's got a sweet and gentle story just about, what that did to his life. And he's very charming to listen to. And, Town Hall is all about telling stories.
Yeah.
Even though everybody has some accomplishment or something they want to address with our audience, it really boils down to we just hear their stories.
Yeah.
And they're fabulous storytellers.
Yeah. Speaking of storytellers, are the next two guys. And they have a really interesting story. They were both in advertising and lost their jobs and didn't know what they were going to do, but they both loved cameras and telling stories, and then take it from there.
Well, and it was very unexpected how this evolved. And I think that, they have a PBS television show, Under the Radar Michigan, where they highlight under the radar places, but they're really going to tell us much more about how they got there.
Yeah.
And then how they do it.
Well, they've done Marine City, they've done portions of St. Clair, they've done Port Huron, and they go up and down all over the state. I believe they're on 7 or 8 or 10 television stations throughout the state.
Yes, and they love the gig, and they can return because, as we know, we always get new places to show off.
Funny.
So they and they're very fun, easy, relatable.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be a really pleasant time.
We should back up and say, when is Ken Jennings coming?
Okay, our presentations are on Monday mornings. We are the second Monday of each month this year, which is interesting. So September 9, which is the Monday after Labor Day. So have Labor Day and then come to Town Hall.
Next week.
Yes. And 10:30, September 9th. Tom and Jim are October 14th.
Okay.
Monday,
Again, it's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
Okay. All right. Then moving along to
the third Monday, which will be November 11th.
Okay.
We have Dr. James Delgado, who is an underwater historian, and one of those people, when you start doing your research on him, like, oh, he's so accomplished. He has a lot of stuff going on.
Does he do Great Lakes stuff, or is he all over the world?
He is all over the world, but interestingly, he did a big project in the Great Lakes in 2011 looking for a shipwreck in Lake Huron.
Okay.
Oh, don't we love that?
Right.
And he actually mentored 5 Saginaw High School students.
Oh, wonderful.
In this really interesting project. I think it was called Ship Hunt. But so we never know what they're going to talk about specifically, but if I was him, these are the kinds of things our audience is going to gobble right up. And we have all these water lovers and shipwreck lovers and scuba divers.
Right.
And he's done all of that. He's been to the Titanic, he's been to the Arizona, and he's just world renowned in his expertise.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we always, as a board, we think we need names that people recognize, but often it's the unrecognized name.
Yes and no.
Well, they present the interesting story.
Yeah.
Because those we recognize, we already know a lot. We've read them in People magazine or whatever.
Wherever.
So this is the part of broadening horizons, and particularly we're hoping to get some students at that one.
Okay.
Because that's his love, is speaking to students, and I feel like he's the kind of guy who can light a fire in a kid. Okay. So that'll be fun. And then our final presentation for 2024 is December 9th. Also a Monday morning. Okay. And it is a young man named Austin Hatch. And he may be familiar to people in Michigan.
I see the background picture is familiar to me, but...
Do you recognize that?
Talk to me about Austin.
Well, he's a young man from the area, and he survived, in a nutshell, survived 2 private plane crashes that killed all of his immediate family. He was the sole survivor, 2 separate crashes. Before the second crash, he had a letter of commitment, a scholarship to University of Michigan to play basketball. Wow. The crash was very serious, and he had a long time rehabbing, but Coach Beeline held his scholarship.
Well, great man there.
Welcomed him onto the court in a Michigan jersey. So Austin's is a story of recovery, redemption, very inspiring. And for Town Hall viewers who came last year and saw John O'Leary, who was an inspirational speaker, I feel like, and he knows Austin Hatch, and he told us, amazing. He said, you guys are going to love this. Yeah. So we love it when all of our worlds collide.
Yeah. Where is he living now, in Michigan, or?
Yes, he's in the Ann Arbor area.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yep. Close
all right. How do I get tickets? We know it's on Monday. There's a luncheon after. Tell me about all those.
Okay. You get tickets through the McMorran box office. You can go online to mcmorran.com. You can call them directly. You can go by the box office at the hours that they are open. There is a luncheon that follows each of these. However, it is sold out.
That's got to be 2 good things: good food and a good speaker.
Well, it's the get, but it's worth putting your name on the list, and it might take a while. But things change all the time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, but even if you don't get to the luncheon, the main performance, and I like to think people can squeeze this in over the 10:30 to 11:30. They're always just an hour. Yeah. They're very, very the most worthwhile hour you'll spend, particularly on Monday. But I would say any day of the week.
Well, I think have we missed anything?
Well, I just want to mention that Town Hall is always searching for sponsors.
Okay.
And we have a sponsorship program. You can go to porthurontownhall.com. It's all on everything that we do is on our website.
And they got that up right now.
Beautifully constructed. But we are very interested in supporting you and hoping that you will support us. And this is one way you can get the elusive luncheon ticket. If you become a sponsor at the $2,500 level, you do get 2 luncheon tickets.
Oh, good.
And what's going to happen is I'm going to have to sit out and not eat lunch. But it's worth it.
We'll get you McDonald's.
Right. So anyway, please know that we have lots of wonderful individuals in the area and also businesses who are on board as our sponsors, and we have a ball with them. And
Good.
we appreciate them so much.
Good.
Yeah.
Susan Tisdel, that's the lady's name, board member of the wonderful Port Huron Town Hall. And we'll obviously have you back again to hear about 2025.
Or before.
Or before. We'll be back with our next guest who's going to talk about a camp in Burchville Township in just a second. Well, if you're hungry, this is the place to come because the 24th of August, there's going to be a huge spaghetti dinner brought on by Camp Grace Bentley. Joining me now is Todd Lawson. Logan Lawson. I'll get it straight. We got the first part right.
Yep.
So, welcome to the Focus Show.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to see you. Tell me about Camp Grace Bentley. I've stumbled on it. You sent me an email. I've been around in Burchville Township since 1928.
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. And we want to tell the people about it.
Absolutely. We would love to grow it and keep it going for another almost 100 years. So Camp Grace Bentley is a camp for special needs children. And starting this year now we do children and adults. And it started out as a cardiac and polio back in the 20s. Absolutely. And over the years, as the needs have changed with special needs individuals, it has grown. And now we really take anyone that's on the ID&D spectrum. So,
and do you do children and adults?
Yep. Yes, we do. We can house up to 54 adults at a session. We do roughly right now 7 sessions a summer, and we can do 74 children at a time.
What is a session? How long is a session?
5 days. So Sunday at 3 to Friday at 3.
That's wonderful. Is there any cost to the people?
There is a cost.
That's so okay. You got to run it. You got to keep it running.
$750 for the week. However, if you receive services through MORC or Easter Seals, Community Mental Health, we've partnered with both of them, and they pick up the cost.
Does Community Mental Health of St. Clair County involved with you?
Yes.
And are there other community mental health groups in, say, Sand-Lac and Macomb and all those
Lapeer,
work with you?
We've gotten in with them. St. Clair County, we just got a new contract signed with them. They have just been excellent. They've really pushed our numbers up this year. It's been great.
All right, let's take a look. If they'll throw up that video, we'll let the audience see exactly. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That beautiful Lake St. Clair. And you, as I said, are just located people are familiar with the Tally Ho. You're just north of that.
Absolutely.
And look at the buildings.
Everything is historic. One of the last buildings built there was probably the chapel in the late 50s.
Wow.
Everything has been impeccably kept. There's our hobby shop you can see there. Lots of arts and crafts. Back deck, we do meals out there. That is the rec hall, living area, our outdoor pool. It is heated.
Wow.
We have a lift, as you can see, to get people wheelchair bound in and out. Everything is accessible. Even our basketball court, they come right down to wheelchair height.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Look at that kitchen.
Full commercial kitchen.
Now, you mentioned there was a chapel. Is there a denomination that's involved?
We haven't at this point. It's been a little while since that's been used. We use it, but not for a service of that.
Okay. Right.
We've had some churches inquire, and we're looking into different things.
Okay. And look at the fun they're having.
Oh, so much fun.
And how many counselor ratio to students?
So for every
members?
3 people that we have attend, there is a counselor.
Wow.
So
wow.
It's very hands-on, always watched.
Yeah, here we go with some of the pictures.
So we have sensory tunnels, which is you can see behind the gentleman there. We do lots of different activities. We incorporate science into things. They're learning as they're going.
There you go.
Pool. I think that's our tie-dye shirts you can see there.
Yep. Oh, the she's making?
Yep.
Here, a lot of these shots of Lake Huron. When it was the calmest day in the year.
It was. And so warm. The day that was taken, it was 72, the water was.
Oh my. And a dock, you got a dock?
Yep. That's wheelchair accessible as well.
Okay. The cabins look wonderful. And your party room?
Yep.
Big screen TV? That's a big screen TV.
That's a blow up. We use it outdoors, indoors, with full surround.
Okay. And just happy people. One of the counselors maybe on the left?
One of the counselors, yep, with a gentleman.
And that's a group?
From this summer, yep. We just picked that right off and sent it over.
Do you guys have, in the control room, do you have a picture of the spaghetti dinner? You don't think so? Okay, well, I'll throw that in post. So talk to me about the spaghetti dinner.
So we have that coming up August 24th from 3 to 7. Baskets are still rolling in every day. So far, we are anticipating over 30, and that number is growing every day. We have every business that you could possibly name is coming together with us to put this together. We've just felt the love. The community had the same start as you did. Honestly, they were like, we didn't know this was here.
Yeah.
We want to know about it.
Yeah.
We want to embrace it. We want to come in and help you in any way, shape, or form. And so a lot of our businesses have donated a lot of great raffle baskets.
And as you said before we started, you were rolling along pretty good like everybody else until COVID.
Yes.
And now you're having a recovery period.
Yes.
At post-COVID. So.
Yeah. They closed for COVID. They did that for a couple years. They went to back open. And it was a very small session, and it was hard to get enough counselors to work, get kids to come in. And although we're a nonprofit, the money has to, be generating for us to be able to continue the program.
Tell the story of how it started again.
So it started in 1928. Grace Bentley passed away. She was a member of MLCC, which was an organization that started in Detroit in the mid to late 1800s. Her money started the camp. They purchased the acreage where it is today.
How many acres?
8 acres. Actually, it was more than that back then, but it's now 8 acres. And they hired an architect out of Detroit, and he came in, built the main lodge, and they added the buildings around as they went.
Wow, amazing. Todd, you're an amazing guy.
Thank you,
You've been executive director now for a year or so.
It'll be a year in January. I started right the first of the year.
I can see you got the passion for it.
I do. I love it.
That's wonderful. Well, we wish you luck.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we'll have you back soon and talk some more about it.
Absolutely.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.